Ice and fire, the night hockey's greatest rivalry ignited. The air inside the Bell Center in Montreal was thick with tension even before the first puck dropped. It was more than just another hockey game. It was the return of a historic rivalry, a clash between two nations with a shared obsession for the sport. The Four Nations face-off was supposed to be a showcase of the best hockey talents from the United States and Canada, but what unfolded on the ice in those first few seconds turned into something straight out of a battlefield. The hostility began long before the game even started. As the American national anthem played, a chorus of boos erupted from the Canadian crowd. The public address announcer urged the fans to respect both anthems, but the jeers only grew louder. On the U.S. bench, players clenched their jaws, gripping their sticks just a little tighter. It was clear, this game was going to be personal. 9 seconds of chaos. The instant the puck dropped, the gloves followed. Matthew Tkachuk, known for his fiery personality and aggressive play, locked eyes with Canada's Brandon Hagel. No words were needed. Within a second, fists flew. The crowd roared, some in shock, others in exhilaration. Just 2 seconds later, another battle erupted. Matthew's younger brother, Brady Tkachuk, found himself face-to-face with Sam Bennett, his NHL teammate from the Florida Panthers. Their camaraderie in the league meant nothing here, only national pride mattered. They swung at each other with relentless fury, as if trying to settle a deeper, unspoken score between their nations. As the referees scrambled to break up the two fights, the puck found its way into the Canadian zone. Then, like a match thrown into gasoline, chaos truly ignited. Nearly every player on the ice paired up, grabbing jerseys, throwing punches, and sending gloves flying in every direction. The sound of fists against padding mixed with the deafening cheers and gasps from the crowd. Among the brawlers, JT Miller and Colton Parayko locked into their own private war, their helmets rattling as they exchanged blows. The referees could barely contain the mayhem. Within 9 seconds of the game, the penalty boxes were filled to the brim. The officials, already exhausted, called for order, but the energy in the arena refused to settle. A rivalry rooted in history. For American and Canadian hockey fans, this wasn't just a fight, it was a continuation of a decades-long war on ice. Ever since the legendary 1972 Summit Series, hockey had become more than just a game between these two nations. It was a matter of pride, identity, and even national superiority. The Miracle on Ice in 1980, the 2002 Salt Lake City Olympics, and the 2010 Vancouver gold medal game were just a few of the historic battles that had cemented this rivalry as one of the greatest in all of sports. Tonight's game was more than just another chapter, it was a statement. And the statement was clear, neither side was backing down. The game beyond the fights. Once the penalty boxes emptied and cooler heads prevailed, it was time to actually play hockey. The Canadians struck first. It was none other than Connor McDavid, the fastest skater in the world, who found the net just 5.5 minutes into the game. The crowd erupted, momentarily forgetting the carnage from moments earlier. But Team USA didn't let the momentum last long. Jake Guentzel answered with a goal of his own, tying the game and silencing the Montreal crowd. The energy on the ice shifted. What started as an all-out war was now a game of speed, skill, and precision. Both teams fought for every inch of ice, delivering bone-crushing hits and executing dazzling plays. It was the kind of hockey that defined this rivalry, brutal yet beautiful, a mix of sheer force and masterful artistry. But in the end, it was the Americans who had the last word. With relentless pressure and clinical finishing, they scored 2 more goals, sealing a 3-1 victory over their northern rivals. A final showdown on the horizon? With this win, Team USA secured a spot in the tournament's championship game in Boston. But fate has a way of bringing rivals together again. There was still a chance, one last possibility, that the Americans and Canadians would meet in the final. The question lingered, if this was what happened in the opening minutes of a preliminary game, what kind of firestorm would the championship bring? One thing was certain, the next time these two teams met, the world would be watching. What do you think? What's your take on this intense rivalry? Do you think the US and Canada will meet again in the final? And if they do, who do you think will come out on top? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you love stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Join the conversation here at the Daily Playbook, where sports come to life.